What's going on, everybody? It's Virtual Handhelds 24. So we got a Turnup driver, and actually we got another one. And this video is definitely going to be a huge shout out to Max Text Review. I'm subscribed to his channel. I honestly this came across one of his videos today, and it was on Red Dead Redemption 2, working on like the Elite and the HN5. And he pretty much, I'm not going to take credit for this because I saw his video and basically I got that from his channel. But I will, make a link in the description to my Google Drive for the Turnip driver. And literally another version 4 came out like today. So I added that one. I think it's the latest one. And it works with Winlator Ladashi. Not so much with like Odin and stuff, but it works fairly well. And I'm going to try to get more games going testing wise. I have to like think hard about certain games that would work or barely work with G3 Gen 3 or HN2 that needed a driver to work on the Elite. So I have a few, and we're gonna take a look at them. I'm not gonna let you guys down, and there's a little bit of a setup too. And I found that this container gives pretty dang good performance. So like I'm kind of stuttering because like I just had to do a bunch of stuff, and of course, trying to squeeze this in because I posted the pictures earlier than later. So this is Winlator Vanilla APK Ladashi 2.8 whatever, the latest one, right? It's just the vanilla version. You're gonna tell because it's light or royal blue. I got a couple containers because I was trying to see if I needed a certain, Proton 9, Proton ARM 9, and then, Wine ARM 64 Proton, whatever. But we're going to be using container 1, which is going to be the Wine ARM 64, because I feel like that gives me the best performance, but I had very brief amount of time to like fully test out the other containers, but I'm just going to go with this one for the games we're showing off right now. So let's, this is so much harder than Game Hub because I have to explain everything. We'll go to how I set up the performance modes here. Go to edit. So box 64 is like Proton 9, okay? So it's just change 1 to strong memory, and then weak barrier I changed to 1, and then that's it. That's why performance is performance, and performance 1 has those two changes. And then effects core, this is like extreme mode, try to imagine. And what I changed in this is that it's all the same except the small checks. It's at, M track, I just say none, just like in extreme mode, you could choose none for the checks. So that's the only difference there. And then we'll go to the containers, and container 1's what we're going to be using. So we'll just go over that really quick. So as you can see, it's Wine ARM 64, and you can download that in the contents. It'll be there. You don't have to do anything. Okay. And you're going to see, I have it set up to automatically choose mess up Turnip driver V3, but we're going to be using V4, and that's the Turnip driver that will be in the link. Again, shout out to Max Text Review. Go subscribe to his channel. He deserves the credit because he's the one that, that's where I got it from. I got it from his Discord. If you join his Discord, you could get it there too. And he seems to be posting like updates, because this came out literally after I found out about V3. This one came out, and it does perform like better. It's crazy. These are very early developed Turnip drivers, and yeah, it's not Switch right now, but these PC games that would not work fantastic. And now we're gonna like go to the question, like, do you prefer the Conquer or the Elite? It's gonna be the Elite. Now you're gonna see why too. And I'm so sorry too, because in my mind, I knew it was going to come. I didn't think it would be this fast, but with these results, you're going to see the difference. And it's not the Gen 5, it's just the Elite with, again, thermal putty and a fan. And it's still like, it's crazy sauce when it has a Turnip driver. And I got to figure out, I have another version of the V3 and V4 for Game Hub, but I got to do stuff and manipulate Game Hub and then change it and then copy that into Game Hub's library to use it. So that will be a project for tomorrow if I can even do it or get around to it. Just hoping Game Hub, they're up to date, so they're going to get wind of this and they're going to just automatically have it in Game Hub, and then we'll go back to Game Hub. But there's nothing wrong with Winlator Ladashi. It's pretty dang good too. It's just it's more complicated. This is what I chose. Okay, you don't have to choose this, but that's like ARM64's Proton VKD3D, and it's the Proton 3A. You know how GameHub has the latest at 3B, so just try to think of it this way. DXVK, I could download and not off here, but on GitHub to get certain versions. I just went with this one, 2.6.2. Async, it gives you the ability to enable async and enable async cache, so sure, why not. Pulse audio, and then this and this, and then step one, we're gonna go here for this to work. Okay, for this to work, you need to disable this, like, and by what I mean by this is I have this set up so it's gonna do tbug so not this, I'm sorry, it's the hub menu, like it's one of these. I forgot if it's gone because I disabled it. It's like you turn those things off to get it out of the corner of the screen that shows like like the overlapping of like information that Ladashi already shows you, like a bunch in the corner, and then you got more stuff. It's that stuff you need to get rid of. You need to uncheck it, and it's the hub. But that does need to I do it normally because it's too much going on in the corner, but you have to make sure it's disabled. Because this stuff right here, I just noticed, this is stuff that I did with an environmental variable that you're going to need to get. So it's not just like the Turnup driver, you need to do these steps. So pay no attention to this because this is going to be on by default with the commands I'm going to give you. So, but in this menu, the hub menu where you can take down FPS and all that, so you don't have too much going on in the corner, you take that off. And then we're going to go to advanced, and then, I chose box 64, the latest one, and then it's in performance, but it's just the container, so it doesn't really matter. And then, all that. And then once you make the wine ARM64 container in Winlator, you make sure to download the necessary, like Microsoft C++, if you have the read list or whatever in your PC game folder, because it's not like Game Hub. Some of that stuff you do need to activate to get the game to work, and we're going to be showing off both Spider-Man games, so that does need to be installed, so make sure you do that too. And then we'll get out of here. A lot of people just show like the container and this and this and that, and then they go to the shortcut, but they don't really explain what other steps that you need to do. So you do need to install Microsoft C++. If you just download this, it's going to be, I think it's pretty much required, unless it's a Winship 64 extension where it just does the Microsoft C++ automatically as it loads the game. Some games like Spider-Man Remastered and Morales, it's gonna need that, so just make sure you install that in your Winlator. And then we'll go to shortcuts, and oh boy, okay, so we're gonna focus on container one, so we can get rid of these other ones just to make it not complicated. We'll remove that one, and then we'll remove this one. And these are the games we're going to be playing. Okay. I kind of set them up already. Batman is the only one. Arkham Knight, I didn't really get to the settings. I was going to show it off, believe it or not, today on GameHub. So this is going to be a long video. So when we get to Batman, we'll play it here, set up the settings, and see how it plays with a Turnup driver now. Then we'll go to GameHub and see how the performance differs from just a stock driver to actually having an experimental Turnup driver. Because right away, in these games that just don't work, the performance is phenomenal on here, right? So this is what I was talking about with the Elite. Like, there's going to be, if you, like, another thing too is people that order the Conquer Elite, like, I'm kind of taking that back now, and I feel bad. But after, like, going through what I did with the Conquer and how ANEO is, and how much easier it is to take this apart and not worry about it, like breaking, to increase the thermals, or, you know, to help them out basically, so you don't have to worry about losing performance. You're gonna have better comfort, that's for sure. But I think, like, to answer people that are asking me, it's gonna be the Odin 3. It's gonna be the Odin 3 all day. And, like, I was really hoping that, you know, ANEO would pull ahead this year, because I was just so excited for the Conquer. But after dealing with what I basically got with my unit, and it's not to say every unit's going to be the same, it's too much of a gamble. And then even if you do get a good version and you just want to improve it, especially the Elite with these Turnup drivers, you're going to have to be extra careful. And at the same time, it's so risky to break such a nice handheld. Like, overall, the Conquer, I feel like, just looks better, feels better, and all that. The joysticks on here are way better, but, you know, they're joysticks. And the buttons are better too, but, you know, it's all buttons. So I can't believe I'm saying it, but Odin 3 is going to be supreme, and you're going to see why. So we'll start with Spider-Man 1, and we'll go over the settings. So we'll do 720. We're using the Mess Up Turnip driver V4, which again, I'll put in the link to my Google Drive. Just go to the folder with, obviously, the 8 Elite. It's going to just be that driver. ARM64, so just Proton 3. ARM64 is the one I downloaded in contents, and then this, and then that. And then I changed it to Pulse Audio. Environmental variables, I'm going to hold this up, because you're going to need to repeat this process for every game to get this Turnup driver to work correctly. Because if you just use the Turnup driver, you're going to get like a crazy, like an old school CRT, like white noise kind of screen where you can't see anything. It's all like blurry and it doesn't work. You're like, what the fuck? So, but there's another step that, again, shout out to Max Tech's review. He explains this more thoroughly with steps and the environmental variables to enter in his Discord. So subscribe to his channel, go to his Discord. He has that information too if I don't explain it well enough, but I'm going to go over the environmental variables. There's just 2. And it's kind of easy. So the first one is going to be, you know, and it's all capital letters, TU_debug, right? And it's system, it's going to be SYSMEM, but the way you enter it, dang, well, all right, I'll show you how to do it, and then hopefully this isn't a mess. So right here, we'll go right here. This is the second part, because you can't really see it. It's SYSMEM, and then you do comma NOL. You even see it's because I typed it in so many times I remembered. NOLRZ. That's the second part. So I'm gonna hold that up, because you'll need that for the TU_debug. That's the first part. You're going to click done. And then the second part, it's basically equals to system memory, but you spell it SYSMEM with comma. and then NOLRZ, and you click done, right? So we're just gonna click cancel, but that's the first one. Okay, it looks different because it's been entered in and it already figured out what to do. The second one is much easier and you can see the full thing. It's gonna be wrapper underscore BLIT and then equals just 1. So you type that out, click done, or click next I should say, and then equals, you just don't say equals, just put the number 1, and then that's it. Those two things are essential to get this driver to work. Keep that in mind. It's not just load up the Turnip driver. And that's basically it. Let me go over more settings though. We'll go to advanced. Again, this is just what I picked. Performance, that's the edit performance. The effect scores, I think what we're using, which is just extreme with no checks, but 26 because that's the latest one Ladashi has. So that's what we're using, normal, and there's nothing, there's no fancy, smashy, nothings. And it's gonna be like that for every game that we're showing off right here. So we'll start this one up. This is annoying, but you could just swipe it and you can, in fact, just turn it off. So you got your little menu here, right? We're gonna go to settings and it's gonna be the same thing that I showed off yesterday on the Conquer, but I didn't realize this is on, so we're gonna turn that off, right? So it's all off, no FSR, no nothing. And we're gonna go here, and then it's the same as yesterday. Same, right? And I don't know how the Elite does with FSR 2.1. Maybe it's okay. But I did try FSR 3 with Miles. You lose all your performance, drops down to like 20 frames. So turn FSR off, but we'll go over that once we get to Miles Morales. So we're gonna click here, we're gonna click play. And like I said, I just played this game yesterday, so this is, the audio is a little, it's crackly, so you're gonna have to deal with it. So yeah, after like, and I was doing a bunch of errands today, and someone had asked me again, like, you know, see how this is still annoying. Like, it's all so much in the corner, I can't even see. But here, the settings are what we just saw. There's no changes, so we're just gonna click continue. But someone had asked me, like, well, if you had to pick one handheld, what would you pick? Well, now it's gonna be the Elite, any handheld with the Elite driver, and you're gonna see why. So it's like, oh yeah, 22, but look, it climbs. We get to almost freaking 60 frames a second in Spider-Man at 720 with no FSR, no nothing. And this is like, you know, very experimental. So, and it's already like the drivers are coming back to back. Like V3 was what I was testing earlier after I did my errands. And I got super excited, and then Max put in his Discord the V4. And one game that will show off that it does improve some of the graphics because there's glitching in it still. The V4 does it better, like there's less glitching, and I'm like, oh man, it's already like improving like the performance. So again, like we've been going off based off just the stock driver or Qualcomm drivers, and you know the performance is good when it wants to work, but with a Turnup driver, it's gonna be crazy sauce.
Parker, where are you? We must run through the demonstration at least once before the grant committee arrives.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Dealing with a personal issue. I'll be in soon. Promise. Better wrap this up quick than get to my real job.
And it was nuts too, because last night I was playing Spider-Man 2 for the first time, streaming it from my PS5 on the Conquer, and I was like, man, this is awesome. Like how the hell am I gonna get this game to be emulated, right? Well, with this kind of power, you know, it's gonna
Following the
be
cavalry.
it's gonna be more likely to happen, obviously, because you're gonna see, like, I know it doesn't look crazy sauce, but it's like we gotta get to the parts where we're on the ground and fighting and stuff like that. You're gonna see the jump.
Officers under fire.
Bring him. Get him.
Morning, guys. Who's ready for their fresh cup of bodily harm? Gotta warn you, I'm feeling punchy today.
Well, maybe I spoke too soon because this is playing a little worse than Conquer right now, but the graphics are fixed, which is still surprising.
Somebody just shoot him.
Man, Fisk has a lot of guys on his payroll.
But then again, I did play this on Ultra Performance, so I'll see, you know.
Spider-Man, what's your status?
Almost done here. You?
We're about to go in.
Be there soon. Can't wait to see Willie's face when you slap the cuffs on him. Okay, Yuri, all done.
Alright, oh, I
What's
can't
happening?
skip. Oh, I gotta swing.
Yuri? Yuri!
So it's kind of like backwards, where the web slinging works better than the fighting, which is bonkers to me because I thought that would be easier, but okay. Okay, I think now we can. No, we can't skip yet. I'm not gonna spend too much time because we just played this yesterday, but I do want to get inside Kingpin's
Get more backup.
place to see what it plays like. I can tell you this though, it looks
Makes
fantastic.
it out of that building, we're gonna lose him.
I'm gonna go,
Do your thing.
I know FSR 3 doesn't work, but I think maybe 2.1 might.
Heads up! Hey, where you going? Hey! I'll clear a path. Follow me.
Get out of here, Spider-Man. We got this.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Sorry to break it to you, but you do not got this, buddy. Oh, thanks for the confidence boost, guys.
Get him.
Not a chance in hell, buddy.
I mean, we're getting higher frame rates than we did yesterday without FSR, but I'm curious to see if 2.1 works better with this chip. We'll do performance too. So we're gonna do the same stuff. Let's see if it reduces or makes it. So FSR 2.1 works. Look at that. As I was saying, it's like, oh, it's like 360. I was like, I don't care. It doesn't look like that. And we're in the 40s, like almost 50s. Like like we just played this yesterday too. It's, guys. There you go, hit 60.
Gotta take those shooters out.
Like all those graphical issues too, like this Turnip driver fixes it. Like you can see the glass on the dude's
I
helmet,
prefer a more direct approach.
and we played this yesterday on the Conquer, and it was all like it was all like,
Spider-Man,
you know,
status.
Heading to the upper floors, hoping nobody turns on the elevators.
Our choppers are taking fire. Looks
I
like
can't
Fisk
remember.
has
It was
armed men on
basically
every
all
floor.
like, you know,
He's desperate.
blacked out basically. Couldn't see their
And he's hitting
faces.
us with
There's
everything he's got.
and that's with a
We have to
Turnip
find
driver.
him and end this.
Not yet. We just picked up chatter. They're wiping all their data servers. We need that evidence if we want to put him
So
away for
if
good.
you order a
Okay,
Conquer Elite,
server room it is.
you'll be fine. It's just I really hope A and Hilo spends a lot of time, since that's the, you know, higher tier model,
What is all that
and they
noise?
do it right with the thermal putty, man. Like,
What's up?
just do it
I
right,
wanted to make sure we
you know?
were on video tomorrow night.
Because you know we want to get the most out of these things, but nobody wants to take apart like $400 or $500 device just to improve thermals. Like, I know I don't want to do that, but I know this is like end game, meaning for at least a year, and to keep up with like cell phones and tablets that have, you know, cooling fans on the back. Speaking of experience, it's just I had to. I don't want to have to not be able to keep up with the Y700 that's going to be 2 years old, and or not 2 years. It's going to be 1 year old, and the Y700 Gen 5 will be out. You know, it's like I wanted this to last longer. Plus, it's like a mini device. But as you can see, it's pretty dang awesome. Like, I figured as much, but we did use FSR 2.1. But this is the difference. It's almost twice as better than the Conquer.
Gotta be a
So let's go back, and then we'll go to shortcuts. Now we'll go over. It's going to be the same setting, so it's V4. It's going to be the same, so I'm not going to spend too much time. The environmental variables, like I said, are the same. It's the same. And we'll load this one up. I got swipe that crap away. Okay, so this my version of Morales does have FSR 3, but it doesn't work, so not well. So just make sure that all that stuff's off, and the graphics are like this exactly the same, I want to say, as Spider-Man Remastered, but this game works better, and I noticed they worked better before on the Pocket 2S Pro as well as the Conquer versus Spider-Man Remastered, so it's kind of cool. I'm gonna try God of War Ragnarok. Couldn't get it to finish loading the shaders on the Pocket S2 Pro, so I gave up. I'm thinking we'll be able to get it to finally load, and we'll see how well it performs after everything loads up on here. See if I could get that loaded in. I wanted to do it this video, but I just didn't have time. So it's going to be just like on the Conquer right now. It's going to take forever to load, and you're going to see low FPS, but try to get past that, because that's not how the gameplay is going to be. We're just going to click continue. You just have to deal with the beginning of this game, but once you get to gameplay, the frame rates do go up, and then on here they go way up. This is perfect. So right away, there's no FSR. Like, this is nuts.
Did I miss the convoy?
And it's like 40 frames, you know?
Still securing a couple inmates.
Man, it feels good seeing the guys who escaped last year going back to the raft.
Real good. The raft's an eyesore. Secure. As long as the octopus-related flaws have been fixed.
Let's hope. Okay, closing in on you. Be there soon. Should let Mom know I'll be
And I really want to play this game
Miles, ¿qué tal? Did you get
because
the
it was just so much more fun than
Hey, Mom.
Spider-Man 1.
Yeah,
becoming a nightmare.
Oh yeah, good call. See you at dinner, Mom. Man, how does Pete do this secret identity thing? Completely stresses me out.
So right away, like like the 50s. And these games are so demanding because they're open world, you're web slinging. It's not like, and it's a good challenge to prove how much a Turnup driver can make a difference on a, you know, still a powerful chip. And it's such early build of a Turnup driver, and still things are coming in clearer than the Turnup drivers for the HN3 and HN2.
Okay, be cool. Be cool. Helping Spider-Man protect the giant prison convoy? You can handle this. Breathe in, breathe out. Be cool.
Like even just getting here took less time.
You here? Just down in some rocket fuel. How are you drinking?
Can't skip.
Very, very carefully. Okay, go time.
Helix 2 en route with heavy payload.
Copy, Helix 2. We've got you on.
Man, you know what too? Like Spider-Man 2, I can see why that was like the game of the year, or at the time, or so famous, because
From the raft last year. Now it's time to move them back in.
visually it's just a good looking game, especially with the cutscenes.
Especially now with our guest of honor.
And it's a lot of fun to play. Like I was kind of skeptical because
Think so.
I didn't play these games.
Vulture, Scorpion,
I was like, nah man, just go straight to Spider-Man 2, it's so much fun.
someone bigger. Okay, we got a problem.
And this will be a good test because we'll see if Rhino, if his face is all blurred out or if we can actually see his face.
No!
It's secure.
Nope, still can't skip.
We have a weighted balance. Runners unresponsive. Brace for impact. Going down. Going down.
It's just another good example too, because literally yesterday when we were playing this, it was just like we caught like a bunch of graphical issues even with the latest Turnup driver.
Response team dispatch.
And in Spider-Man Remastered, I noticed right away the things that didn't
Okay, we got this.
show correctly showed correctly with this Turnup driver. So I'm wondering if Rhino's face is going to be cleared up,
Before that happens.
or if it's going to be all glitched out like it was yesterday. We'll see.
Hello, tiny spiders.
Nope, you can see his skin and everything. This is crazy sauce.
Miles, I've got Rhino, but you have to contain the escapees.
Right. Insane. I'm on it. He's never gonna trust me on a mission like this again.
Nice work with the helicopter, kid. Real heroic stuff.
Hey guys, how about we call a timeout? Talk this through? Please? No? All right.
Get out there!
Almost contained. Nearly almost contained.
Yo.
Can't let Pete down. Need to get this under control.
Great arm! Never hits! Seriously, you're AAA easy! Hold his career, just wait!
Man, he's too good.
Come to town this dream, Spider-Man!
Honestly, kind of terrifying.
Never seen a big guy up close like this! Freaking nuts! He's a work of art!
I will say this, I mean, these buttons are great to like mash, but even I'm getting tired.
Wow! Just wow!
I got the keys. Let's move. Hurry up. Gotta get out of here.
Miles, I'm gonna need a hand up here. Hurry!
Your holiday spirit's a little overzealous this year, Alexei.
I'm coming.
Holy crap! That's not good.
That's not good.
Oh, hey, sorry, happy holidays.
It's just so funny because we just played this yesterday.
Scale of 1 to 10. How we doing?
10 for generating spectacle, 1 for minimizing destruction. Tomorrow's bugle headline's gonna be a doozy.
Worst thing out of this is a bad headline. I'm kind of lucky.
Oh,
Oh, crap, doing her best. Hey, this is starting to feel real bad, man.
Don't think like that. We're going to stop him as long as we work together. Speaking of, mind giving me a hand up here?
Yeah, I got you.
how did he? Okay, whatever. Let's move on to the next game because we literally just played that. The settings might need to be tweaked for those, but again, I'm just going with what I got right now. Just to show off that the games do work, but at times they work so good, so it's like, ugh. Alright, so Resident Evil is a tough one for the 8 Elite, but with a Turnup driver, it works pretty awesome. The V3 has graphical issues, and the V4 has less graphical issues, so there are still graphical issues. Keep that in mind. We're just going to look at the frame rates. But I figured I'd throw this up here too, just to show, the game runs poorly with the stock or a Qualcomm driver, whatever you do in GameHub. But here it works pretty dang well. So again, it's the same. And once GameHub starts getting into this more, not this crazy setup that we're doing. And again, I could tweak the settings a little more because, whatever it's using, like FX Core, I'm assuming because it's wiring ARM64, it could be something else that we could do to improve, but we're just going with the basics in GameHub into Winlator Ladashi. And again, it's a very experimental Turnup driver, but they are working like pretty well so far, and they're coming so fast. So that's it. We'll load it up. We'll check the temps. All that playing, we're still at 45. Like, you guys need to do this. And that, I mean that because it's the recording already says it's been 40 minutes. So keep that in mind. All my settings are low. We're going to skip that. You could, and with another Turnup driver too, you might be able to, get better performance, and graphically wise, it might be perfect, but you can play this game ridiculously. I think I am using an upscale. It's at 720, but I think I might be using FSR. I don't know. We'll go to the settings. But this game runs poorly on Gen 2. Yeah, those are the graphical issues. Again, it's still experimental, so take it with a grain of salt. But we don't need to look at that. Right away, we're in the 60s, 70s. Let's go to options. I think I have something on. Ultra quality. Yeah, I did put that on, but I put it on ultra quality, you know, not like balanced performance or quality. I put it on ultra quality. And it's just FSR1, so but yeah, all that's even this could be down. Oh no, I guess medium is the lowest. But everything is off for low. I wanted to get the most FPS. And I know it's annoying with the black dots, but with V3, everything, like the whole snow, you can't even see it. So this is like a huge jump. The V3, like all those black dots are covering the snow and you can't see anything. And just V4 came out like a couple hours ago and look, this is already like clearing up. It's so impressive. So far, I've showed 2 PlayStation 5 games. Miles Morales, Remastered, I think that might have been a PlayStation 5 game as well, but I think that's more PS4 that came out on that too. But this is like what we, you know, this is what we're looking for with Android and emulation. Like this is where we're entering that x86 handheld territory. Like this is, I feel like with Turnup drivers, this will be on par, if not better than the Steam Deck in certain cases. Like blowing the Steam Deck out. Especially if these Turnip drivers keep coming, it's like, oh my god. I guess I could do a test on that because I got the game on Steam, so... And I got my Steam Deck over there. We could see 720 is the default, the 800, so... Maybe it's like the same, maybe it's a little worse, maybe it's a little better. So far though, it's like I can play it though here. Before it was like, man, 20 frames max. And it was just like not worth it. And this scene will take forever for me to get to the house, to get inside the house. I'll deal with the black squares any day to actually play the game. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well. I'm gonna try to get to the point where we get to the werewolf. Probably missing stuff, but I'm really just trying to get... We don't need to look at that. Is there any 8 in there? No. Okay, so now we gotta go back upstairs. And also, like, I didn't show off the beginning of the game, but both V3 and V4, in the beginning of the game, he's holding the baby, right? The baby's like glitched out to the ceiling. Just get past that because obviously it's not so bad with V4 afterwards. I consider this to be still playable, as annoying as these black little squares are. But I should show V3 because it's way worse with V3 version 3 of this driver, and then V4 came out like a little bit ago, and it's a huge improvement. It's crazy. And it's like, man, where they tested this specific game out, I was like, I don't know, but it made a huge difference. Like, you can run. It's just, I tested this game out so many times. It was just like I always like dreaded it because it's just so hard to play it when you play it so slow, and look how fast he goes.
Where the hell am I?
It would take me forever to get here. And we're just breezing through it like it's no big deal.
Maybe they're out.
And there is audio stuttering regardless of visuals. In Spider-Man you heard it too, so it's not perfect. But it's, for my first experience, it's pretty dang awesome. I gotta say, it's like so cool. Alright, can we not go anywhere in here? I don't think we can. Let's get out of here. Is there anything in there? What's this like? Something there? No. But you see what I'm saying? Like I can look around, I can do things. It's like I pick and choose if I want to enter a room because it would take so long. Oh, I know where we are. I never went this way because, again, or never went this way emulating it because it just wanted to get to the point. So I kind of like stuck to the path that you're supposed to go to get the cutscene. And now it's like, well, we could go anywhere. Go in here. Maybe find ammo. Maybe there's something in this sink. Probably not. Maybe this is something. Oh, dang toy. And if you guys saw my video yesterday with Final Fantasy VII, and that's without the Turnup drivers, that game at 720 can be over the 60s in Midgard.
What happened?
And then we did test out 2K, and it still got over 35 to 40 frames a second with the stock driver. So the more I mess around with the Odin 3 and now with Turnup drivers, it's just it's making me lean towards this handheld. But the 24 gigs, guys, don't think like that's, I don't know so far with emulators how much of a difference it makes versus the 16. I recommend the 16 no matter what, because most of these emulators, okay, we got our knife, boy. We got our knife, boy. Cha. Oh yeah, here we go. We're getting to where we need to go. He's in here. Okay, but maybe I need to do something or pick something up.
Did they just run out of the house?
Or maybe it's not this one. Oh wait. There you go. Here comes the gun. Oh!
No! Friendly. Who are you?
We're gonna skip it. Alright. Do a little examination.
Jesus Christ.
And we'll see how Batman works, man. I was having a lot of fun with Batman just on general with GameHub. Retesting it, Arkham Knight. And I had it all set up, so I was going to show that off today. And then I got wind of this, there goes my fingers. Alright, this part is where I would just give up, because it would be like 20 frames, and we just hit 70 at one point. Doesn't mean I'm going to be able to beat him. I mean, look at that. 60
What
frames.
the hell?
So yeah, I wanted to get to this part because it was impossible to emulate and play this game with non-elite. And with the elite, it ran so poorly with the stock driver. And now, I know this sucks, but just wait till another version comes out. The performance is like already there, you know? And it's just, it's nuts. It's like almost playing perfectly 60 frames on a cell phone with a fan. So cool. Let's go here and then let's go to Batman. I want to see how this one plays, and then we'll go to Game Hub and see if we could beat it. So it's the same setup. In fact, this has V3. We can change it to V4. And I didn't change anything in here. The same stuff. And same stuff. So let's load it up. Wait, did I? Oh, I clicked Miles Morales. And I'll try to set it up the same way. We'll check our temps. 50. Let's see what it says. The version DirectX versatile. Please confirm your system requirements. So let's go back here. Go to settings. It's interesting. I didn't get a chance to load it up, but I did see it load up. And it was on V3, so let's see if that is the case. Or maybe because as soon as this loaded up, I had to do something, but I could have sworn I saw this area pop up. But maybe I was wrong, because I had to put this away and get back to what I was doing. Ah, you know, I was right. Hey man, I'm sorry. V3 does do things that V4 cannot, apparently, with this game. Did I get far in here? No, I got turned down. Because the beginning of this game is like, you know, Frank Sinatra. I'm not getting copyright again. Oh, I did save. Or is it picking up my save from... Is it picking my save up from Game Hub? It's the same folder. Maybe that's the case. Then it should be the same settings. That works out even better. Okay. Nah, we're good. We got the music. Alright, let's see. It's not bad, but we'll see. It's not performing as good as I got it on Game Hub. But let's get to the ground. I would imagine my settings are the same, so let's find out. Oh my god, look at the memory that they're using. Are you kidding me? Of course. They turn everything on. Okay. Right away. Here we go. It's gonna be a close one, we'll see. But this should work flawlessly, and it does. Alright, let's fight some baddies. He always gets me. I don't know, man. We're hitting 60. But there's like just little things I noticed, like that stock drivers don't perform correctly. Like his punch, he did like a fire punch. I've never seen that emulating it. And I've just seen it like the kick, that little flare right there. It doesn't show up all the time. And we're still hitting 60 frames. It's like we got the power, but the turnip driver does help. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, that's the end of that. And let's go here. I was trying this out earlier too, trying to get it to be better than 10 frames. First, let's go here. I have it at 1080p to increase. I was going to do a super test, but here, let's go to this. Update, damn it. Update these drivers. Give us the Turnup drivers. Update Game Hub. Update. Alright. Proton 10. It's extreme. Takeoff checks. So easy. We're just so used to Game Hub. We got so spoiled. DXVK 2.6-1 async does run smoother than 1.10. You know, it runs smoother than this one because I tested this one out all the time, and in this case, this one, maybe the performance may be a frame or two higher, but there's that stutter, and there's less stuttering with 2.6.1 async. So stick with that one. Latest FX score, the no limit, and it's set at 1080p because I was gonna do like a showcase of like, let's start with 720 low settings and work our way up to 1080p. And, you know, obviously have it at 1080p so I don't have to go in and out. But then I came across these Turnup drivers like, oh, hell no. We got to show the world. And like I said, I'm going to put the link to the V4. It should just be better than the V3, but as you saw, the V3 did get Arkham Knight to load. Did crash, but we had a consistent 60, so I'm curious. But there was 720, settings were low, so let's see if we get the same results with just the stock driver. In Game Hub, I think we can. Can't remember, even though this was earlier today. Go to continue story. So I mean, just flying already, we're getting close to 60. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but not quite 60, right? Isn't that crazy? Let me check our graphics too. It should be all low because I was gonna, like I said, work our way up. Yeah, it's all low. But we're not quite there, right, boys? 46. Oh, he just ran my ass over. Well, let's see. Let's go to fighting. Oh, 59. 52. I always forget to press A. I was getting so good at it too, and we hit 60. We hit 60 once. Not bad for the stock driver. That's twice we hit it. I think we hit it more times in Winlator Ladashi with the Turnip driver. Oh, 62, 64. But it's not like, I feel like it was more consistent, even though it crashed, just with a Turnup driver. So just imagine once we get Turnup drivers, it's going to be game over. This is the best I could do without anything, just the stock driver.
What's with all the rain? Suddenly Penguin don't look so stupid with that umbrella.
See, I'm just moving around just to see If we could hit 60 again without like just standing still. Oh, hit 60 there. Let's see if we could chase some guys. God, these games are so much fun. Like, how does no one like to play this? Like, you gotta be insane. The combat is just so much fun. And his like finishing moves that he does, slow mo, and then bam, boom. Except when I lose like that. But it's still pretty consistent. 50s, high 50s. Ah, I did that time. Haha. So I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be 0-3. And it's just my personal opinion because, like I said, I took it apart, added thermal putty, got the smaller screen, so if, you know, I have to use FSR or downscale for whatever reason to get even more. How is he hurting me? But he's like stuck in there. Gotta catch him first. But yeah, finally our temps started going up after an hour of playing. It's so nuts. And also, according to Google, the highest this thing has gotten, and it takes like a long, like it takes more than an hour, obviously, to heat it up to like, to get to 65. I seen it hit 64.9, and then I did see it hit 65. But then every other time I checked, it was lower, like here or something. So it was like kind of consistent with 62 and 63 Celsius. So that's like 145-ish degrees. And I was like, well, that's kind of hot. Maybe the thermal putty isn't working. But according to Google, the thermal putty, while sustaining performance for over an hour at that temp with the built-in fan, is like incredible. So apparently it did work. And that's why I was like, oh man, I gotta post this, because I thought that, like, you know, I didn't realize how well it worked, apparently. But again, this video is already way too long. So like I said, and look at that, an hour, we're only at 73. This thing was at 100%. That's really good, considering how much juice and power we're using. To only lose that much like, you could play a PC game on here, and I would say you could get like at least 3 hours. This is like an x86 handheld at this point with emulation. Like anything else, you could get more time, obviously, and with Turnip drivers, Switch, you know, you'll get oodles of time. But like with pushing it really hard, an hour 73 from what, 98% what it was. I mean, just do the math. At least I would say a good 2.5 hours of like playing a very intense game at 60 frames or higher. You're going to be able to do it on here. And it's still, like I said, it's a mini device to me. It's not like small, but it's like smaller than like if these joysticks were in here, and this is like one of the best parts about this, if these were inset more, you could fit this in your pocket, like take it somewhere, or you know what I mean? It's just a smaller handheld. It really is like a cell phone. If you don't have it, like, I'll try to explain it the best thing. This is my cell phone, and it's just a little bigger than this, but not much wider than my cell phone. So it's just crazy. I really didn't care for the rectangular candy bar without the ergonomics, but like I said, the more I play with it, the more I use it, I like without the grip. with the bad English right there. I like without the grip. It just works. And if I do need to use the triggers, I've just gotten used to just cupping it right here and holding it down sturdy so it doesn't slip out of my hand. Again, I haven't played too much Call of Duty on here or any like shooting games, so I can't really speak on how comfortable that is, but anything else, you're golden. And man, like I said, I really thought it was gonna be the Conquer. And then after this, and just seeing the early stages with those Turnup drivers, and just seeing some of the performance jump, you know, not going from what it plays like with the stock driver or a Qualcomm driver, but with a Turnup driver made for the Elite or the Gen 5, it's a boost. It definitely is a boost in performance. So I'm super excited now. And like I said, I'll put my Google Drive link in the description so you can get that V4 if you want to play those games. Unfortunately, this is kind of like the setup I have. And again, shout out to Max Text Reviews. Subscribe to his channel because that's how I learned how to do it. There is another version of those drivers that work in GameHub, but you have to do all this stuff to sideload a Turnup driver into GameHub. We'll see if I get to that, but I know that's where that's what we're used to at this point. And I want to obviously test it out on GameHub, so eventually I'll get to that. But take full advantage if you got an Elite device. Like, I mean, I could try this out on the Y700 with the cooling fan to even get more performance or stability, slightly better than the Odin 3, but it's just now it's like the Elite is it. And then if you got a Gen 5, I mean, it works with the Gen 5 too, and it's even more performance. So it's like, man, it's hard to like consider anything else now. And that's what I was afraid of, because I didn't know how fast the drivers would come. And I'm like, just like everybody else, we're excited, but it's kind of like it's hard to go back, and it's still very early development. Like I said, this driver doesn't. I tried it on all the Switch emulators. It just does the same thing. Crashes with Metroid Prime 4. There's no difference. And again, that driver needs like commands or environmental variables for it to work correctly, because if you just load it into Winlator Ladashi, you'll get a messed up screen. But with those settings, it's pretty good. You can see everything, and it's pretty awesome. So take full advantage, and thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you have more questions, or if I didn't explain things thoroughly enough or good enough, just check out Max Text Review. He deserves all the credit. I just tried out different games. He showed off Red Dead Redemption 2, and the performance, he even says like it's okay. It's probably like the GX Gen 3 performance, which is like 20 frames. But I was like, man, let's try out all these other games that definitely need a Turnup driver to actually work, and let's see how they play. And of course, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, like they work pretty damn well, better than the Conquer. And Resident Evil 8, like this, it always struggled with the Elite. It's just one of those games with the stock or the Qualcomm or whatever setup, it was just struggles. And with that Turnup driver, we got over 60 frames a second. Granted, there were the black spots, but it's just like, what a step in the right direction. And I'm so excited to see what next is going to be for the Elite. And I know people are excited for a Switch, but man, you got to look past that, because once there is a really official good Turnup driver that just works without any of this craziness, it's like, okay, it's kind of boring now. Like, you could just do whatever you want with Switch. GameCube, like, you need to look past it, because you're going to be opening up doors that you should already understand at this point with like Winlator or GameHub, and what you could get away with emulating PC games. It's going to be a lot more fun than just playing any sort of Switch game. And then Switch 2 emulation, if that ever does come around, it would be interesting, because there are some obviously Switch 2 titles that would be interesting to see if we could outdo the Switch. Of course, we all want to know that. But the PC side, it's a mini x86 handheld, and the ARM software, like the ARM chip, with battery consumption. It's a little handheld that has the power and the battery life of like a, maybe it's not obviously as powerful as the Z1 Extreme and the ROG Ally X, but with that from going from 100 to 73 for over an hour, that's like an 80-watt battery. I just think of an 80-watt battery. I was like, man, that's 3 hours of like PC emulation. And you know, it could be a little better, and I'm sure it will get a little better with more Turnup drivers, but it's like, man, this is a mini x86 handheld with a good ass battery, good thermals. You know, it doesn't get hot. The fan is annoying. Deal with it, just like I have to. It's like, man, I want to put this like, it just makes it so exciting because it's like, it is just a mini device that's super powerful. It's very efficient with the battery, surprisingly. And then on top of that, like, I did my thermals to superproof it, and I totally don't regret it. It's like, I definitely advertise you do the same, because you're not going to lose in this situation. It's only going to get better because you're making this a powerhouse, you're protecting it, you're making the performance better, and it's just going to make this last longer, like we want to with the Odin 2. We want this to last like as long, right? So I can't get over it. I didn't think it was going to be today. I thought it was going to be like maybe a month, but it was today. So let me know what you guys think, and hope you enjoyed this video.